So, Ray Carballada. I'm a media and advertising executive. I most recently scaled a small $2 million crewing company into a relatively large media conglomerate of almost $35 million. It was owned by 3 people, and I decided I wanted to move on and do something else myself. I spent the first year that I left consulting, but also networking with private equity companies and going to private equity events and things like that, which for me—
What kind of events?
Like ACG
Okay.
and Opus and others. And because I've done a lot of business development, it was easy for me, relatively easy for me, to get the second meeting and meet with people and things like that, which I know is not easy for a lot of people.
That's correct.
But I can tell you that very interested in having conversation, very interested in hearing my background, but most of those organizations already have people like me working in them, or people that they know of that they trust, that they're going to use for their companies or their organizations and things like that. But you know, when I heard about Blackmore and heard what was going on there, I thought, yeah, I should give that a try. And I've been really impressed here in that I've met more people in a short amount of time at a much less cost than me doing it the other way. And also doing the deal thesis as far as what's in my head and things like that. Not only I'm seeing some interest when it comes to those, but also it made me do some things that I normally wouldn't have done, which is meet with some people who I wouldn't have taken the steps that I've taken before I came to this meeting, which has proven very valuable in my conversations here.
How does Blackmore Connects organization prepare you compared to other things that you've gone to?
It makes you look at it makes you look at things very differently. It makes you look at it from the perspective of who you're trying to reach, which is the private equity firms. It's flipping. It's not really about. It's really figuring out what they want, and can you position yourself, and are you relevant to them somehow? And here too, in the just the conversations that we had at this event, a few times it came up. Oh, well, that makes sense. Now that makes sense. Things like, you know, I was able to get these meetings very quickly with some peer companies that I was interested in because of my track record. They know me. They know who I am. They're smaller than the company that I had built and things like. So they were very interested in at least having a conversation with me, whether or not they would be interested in doing something further on or not. And it actually, no matter what happens there, it was really a great networking lesson for me when I came to that. And here, you know, it validated some things that I had, some thoughts that I had as far as how things work, and it also made me think a little bit differently about some things, which I think are important on why, you know, why things maybe don't play out the way that you think that they would in the private equity world. It's a really, you have to understand what you're trying to do, and this really helps you to do that.
Great. Thanks for being here, Ray.
Okay.